Finally, we're back at the track. Well, actually, the Corvette team's back at the track. I've been waiting so long for brands to do this again. We saw this back with the Dodge Viper, with the brand launching the Viper ACR and going to tons of different tracks across the country to put down incredible record times. This looks like Chevrolet is following the same path, and they just announced today how they put down 5 new record laps across the U.S. at big race tracks. Some of them we've actually been to, just like Road America, and they brought out their engineers to put down these times. Every single one of these times at these 5 tracks is officially a new record. So today I want to break down this news in the video and find out what this means for the Corvette ZR1 versus other cars that cost less than $1 million. Now, we've had the amazing chance to drive so many of these cars under $1 million. Whether it's the new Lamborghini Revuelto or it's the 765, 750, all sorts of vehicles from different brand makes and models, like Ferrari's 296 GTB and Porsche's 992 GT3 RS. The cars that are out right now are absolutely incredible. They really are incredible. But it looks like Chevrolet is going down a different route than a lot of these brands have been going down, which is towards the Nürburgring. Well, McLaren and Ferrari and Lamborghini don't really like putting down times anymore. We mainly see times from Porsche. What's the other new car that I forgot to mention just now? The Mustang GTD, the $300,000 to possibly $400,000 Ford Mustang you can buy, which is designed to go on the Nürburgring. This is going to be the ultimate battle, I think, when we get our Mustang GTD on the channel. Stay tuned when I get delivery or take delivery of mine. I want to put up against the ZR1. I want to find out really how these two cars compare, and if the Corvette is truly faster with the extra horsepower, or will the handling out of the Mustang with those adaptive Multimatic shocks that are race-like, fully inboard, and you can see them at the back, if that has so much grip and cornering potential, it's faster than the Corvette. These are going to be such great videos, so stay tuned for that here on the channel. I can't wait to share more once we get closer to when the cars get here. I really do want to comment, though, on how big of a deal this is. So many brands have really lost the focus towards lap times, and it's great seeing the Chevrolet team do this. And they've actually relinquished some concerns I really did have. I thought this car could go down the route of being a horsepower car. And horsepower cars, they sound great, don't get me wrong, but there's a downside to a lot of horsepower cars. The downside is they don't really corner that well because they're too hard to manage. It sounds like, and if you watch the videos seen here, it looks like this Corvette is able to put down all the power. Real quickly, if you're enjoying this video, I know we're getting a few ZR1s scheduled to come into the PPF shop here in the beach of Carlsbad, California, above San Diego, that being Speed Phenom Film. If we can help protect your Corvette ZR1, Z06, E-Ray, or Stingray, come out to the shop and we'll get you fully protected with PPF or ceramic coating, even window tinting. It's so much fun working on the Corvettes that arrive here. You'll find our contact info in the description down below. Back to the video. And by putting down all of the power, the horsepower, I guess, isn't really a concern anymore. I would say you have to be extra careful, probably on corner exits, because if you give too much throttle, of course, you can overpower those rear tires. At the same time, if these Cup 2Rs really get that sticky, being 345s, right? These are extremely wide Cup 2Rs. The acceleration thrust or the potential of the grip of these tires could be so high that they are able to handle 1,000 horsepower. I really don't know. It's a hard one to judge. When I owned my CA Corvette Z06, I did find that the Cup 2R tires oftentimes struggled to grip. They really did. This was usually in colder conditions. It would take me lap after lap to get these tires warm. Finally, I would get them warm and the car performed really well. But there is one downside, was that the tires, they didn't last that long. I would assume having 1,000 horsepower and going through the track very fast, these tires will not last long. You're talking thousands of dollars for new sets of tires, which is, if you get 2 sets of tires in 1 month, let's say, from tracking, you're basically paying Michelin the same price of someone working full-time at minimum wage. So it shows you it can be a full-time employee job that you're spending for a tire. So if that is more your cup of tea, hey, do it. I know I was doing that. I had 4 sets of Cup 2Rs. How many months was it? It was like 5 months. it was about $2,500 a set, not including mounting costs. So times 4, okay, so maybe a little bit over $10,000. A lot of money. I was just like, oh my gosh, I need a break from tracking the car. So that gives you an example how fast I was going through them with the 670 horsepower. Good thing is I've slowed it down a little bit with burning through rubber. It depends on how heavy a car is, obviously, too, with how fast they will burn tires. I'm just very impressed with the Corvette team. Let's go over the times right here. Watkins Glen, the team did a 152.7 with driver Bill Wise, lead performance engineer. At Road America, they pulled a 2-minute and 8.6 second lap, which is a little bit around 2 to 3 seconds faster than the 992 Porsche GT3 RS record put down there by one of the magazines. Moving further from that, Road Atlanta, the team put down a 1-minute and 22.8 second lap time with driver Chris Barber, which the lead development engineer. At Virginia International Raceway, full course VIR, Aaron Link's a cool guy. He put down a 1-minute 47.7 second lap. And then he put down a 2-minute and 32.3 second lap on the Grand Course of VIR, which is very respectable with all these different drivers. And I like how they chose multiple drivers because it shows how people can approach the limit in a pretty balanced way. That's a real big thing. How easy can you reach the limit of a car? Did I mention Brian Wallace? He put down the Road America. I might have skipped his name. Anyways, congrats to you guys. Major respect. I love seeing this. Finally, we're seeing brands go back to the track and they're employing their actual skilled engineers that are drivers behind the wheel. That is what I like. So thank you guys. Thank you, Corvette, for doing this. This is what we're talking about here. This is what needs to happen. Having the 1,200 pounds of downforce apparently is a big deal for the team. It must be a big deal. I can't imagine how it would feel with a Corvette platform. Like, I've been in cars with a lot of downforce, and having the Corvette platform, though, with 1,000 horsepower, it must feel otherworldly, because most cars with that much downforce, even the cars that I've been in that have more downforce, they don't have 1,000 horsepower. So it's not the same dilemma here. It's not the same thing. If we move further and talk about how the car goes 0 to 60 in 2.3 seconds, it goes to a top speed of 233 miles per hour. It has a quarter mile time of 9.6 seconds. They're trying to say no current production car under $1 million rivals the Corvette ZR1. I would love to put that to the test, personally, because I know one track they did not go on, Laguna Seca, that track is the gold standard. It is the gold standard. All the big cars have been there with Motor Trend, Senna, Porsche GT2 RS, GT3 RS. There's no multiple configurations here. It's just one track. It's a legendary track. And I like Laguna because basically everyone goes there. Koenigsegg goes there. You see Pagani lap times there. Literally, you can look at Laguna Seca fastest laps on the website, and you'll see actually like every single exotic car all on that track. If you look up online at Road America lap times or Road Atlanta, I don't see a single McLaren lap time. I don't see a single, let's say, Lamborghini. Like, it's just, they're not really there. It's not benchmarked. The only one that has a benchmark is VIR, but the VIR test, I know with McLaren, when they do their tests, oftentimes they don't set up cars to the same extent as another brand would. Basically, a lot of these brands, when they send their cars to these magazines to test out, they don't give them the equal support. Meaning, some brands will send engineers, all these different people to help the journalists drive and put down their lap time. Furthermore, oftentimes they're sent tons of tires and more. It all depends on the budget a manufacturer is willing to give to one of these magazines for this lap test. And I know that some brands simply don't equal others. I'm not trying to label anything, but I do know that not every car that gets tested out is set up equally with track camber and more, and that can cost seconds. I think it's fantastic they beat the Senna time there. I think it's fantastic they're able to put out this piece of news because I like seeing it. I know many of you guys like seeing it too. This is great. This is basically half the price of a Mustang GTD. What's 175 times 2? Literally, that's like $350,000. And the Mustang GTD starts, what was it, $325,000? Yeah, this is half the price. Will it be double the car, the Mustang GTD? Will it be double the car? I don't know. I'm getting a bit worried now with the Mustang team. Like, they got to really get this thing going, because you have people like me who want both these cars, right? And paying a lot of money. I'm going to be paying a lot of money for this Mustang. I hope it can compete with the ZR1, because I know how good these Corvettes are. So, Ford, let's see what you do next. I know you put down a lap time. It did not beat the GT3 RS on Nürburgring. Corvette did not go to the Nürburgring, but they beat the GT3 RS on Road America. So let's see if you can beat the GT3 RS. That'd be pretty cool with Mustang GTD. Porsche is fantastic, by the way. I think the brand is awesome, and that GT3 RS is legit. I mean, that car on track, one of my favorite cars of all time. I would love to get that car. So major, just, yeah, I have such high praise for Porsche. Anyways, though, guys, that basically wraps up this piece of news. We're seeing brands go back to the track. This is a good thing. This is something that I like. I like seeing this. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments section down below. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button to help me out, and subscribe for much more great content coming out your way. And while you do that, hit the notification bell so you're up to date for when I post a new video. I hope to see you in the next one. Thank you again. See ya.